At this point in time, I'd like to honor Mr. Little's request that Mr. Hamilton come up and talk about or address the ICE concerns of the public.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Hamilton, I thought it might be good just to clarify how things happen with our police when they make an arrest, when they take somebody to jail, if we have a relationship with ICE as a city, maybe just to provide a little clarity. Sure.
So one, obviously, this is a complex conversation that I think needs to continue. I don't think, for where you sit and the decisions you're asked to be made, this can't be a one-time conversation. We need to continue to monitor because obviously, things evolve and we're watching a lot of things that federal agencies are doing or state agencies are doing, things that we don't have authority over, but obviously can have an impact on our city. And those are things that will evolve over time. So I think it's important that we continue this conversation and continue to monitor what those things are. Because what is the truth today may not be the truth a year from now or a month from now or whatever. So we need to continue to talk about these things. So, where we sit today, there is not any existing agreement with ICE related to immigration enforcement with HPD. And HPD doesn't have the authority to enter into an agreement like that on their own. That would be something that would have to come before City Council for your approval if they were to enter into some sort of agreement like that. I would argue, and obviously we're in the budget season, so I spent a lot of time looking at the resourcing of HPD. HPD isn't resourced to take on an expansion of missions like that. So the conversation will be more than just an MOA. It'd also be about how do we actually get HPD the capability to do something like that. And so that'd be a much bigger, broader conversation than just taking on those kinds of things. But absolutely, immigration enforcement does occur in our city, and those things are ongoing. As all the citizens that are concerned about it, I think they've educated themselves very well. They understand that you as a city council don't have authority over a federal agency, and they're not asking you to take authority over them. But we do recognize they operate in our city. So, there's certainly not anything that you or HPD or the mayor or myself or anybody else can do to stop ICE or any other federal agency from doing operations that they've been directed to do by their leadership. But what we do have to talk about is, where does the work that we do at local law enforcement potentially cross lines there? And really what happens on a daily basis, HPD is out there enforcing the law, and if somebody has committed a crime that necessitates them going to jail, when they get to jail, there is a process within the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department runs the jail. I'm not sure that all of our citizens are aware that the Sheriff's Department runs the jail for the whole of the county. So anybody that HPD arrests goes there to the county facility, and then the warden and the staff that operate that jail are the ones who really then take control over those prisoners and process them through. During that process, well, we've been informed by the Sheriff's Department, and certainly detailed questions around exactly how they do and what they do is something that really should be directed to the county and to the Sheriff's Department particularly. But they do go through a process where if they suspect or they determine that someone is an undocumented immigrant, they do notify ICE of the presence of that person, and then they take direction from ICE. And I think there was some examples noted here. That absolutely does occur. That's not something that HPD has any control over. That's not something that HPD is directly involved in, because once they've arrested the person and delivered them to jail, that's really part of the administrative processing that occurs inside the jail. And so that absolutely is happening. And how many of those, exactly what ICE does with each one of those is something that they have to determine. They work that directly with the Sheriff's Department who are operating the jail. That process and their procedures there is not something that you as a city council have authority over. And quite frankly, obviously this is not something that I think any of the citizens are asking for or that we would contemplate. But the only way to circumvent that process is to stop arresting criminals. So obviously that's not going to happen. And so the reality is we do have people that will be arrested and be entered into that process once they get in under the custody of the sheriff and of the jail. So that is absolutely happening as we speak. And I don't know that there's anything that would change that as we move forward from here. At this point, we have not been asked by ICE to enter into any kind of long-term agreements as it relates to immigration enforcement. We have not been asked to participate in the 287 program that was mentioned earlier. And if they did, that's something that we would have to bring before City Council to contemplate. And so obviously that would have to happen publicly here, just like any other thing that you consider and approve. So at this point, that is, those kinds of requests are not on the table. They haven't asked us for that. And I don't have any reason to believe that we should anticipate them asking. But if they do, then that's something that obviously that we would have to notify you, and we'd have to bring it before you to consider.
Great, thank you. Does our police department check people to see if they're citizens, like if they pull somebody over or just drive
They
through the
don't.
parking lot? And
They don't. I would imagine that, undocumented citizens probably speed as much as documented citizens do, and so they're probably getting traffic tickets or other things, but those are not things that our officers are not equipped to go through, the determining someone's status, and nor have they been tasked to do that by their leadership.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. You're very welcome, Mr. Little.